My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, see them yopo.
Individual disciplines and there are team disciplines. Now you need to understand, say team, you can say a team has one goal that means the Ghana Sports Authority, and I said the sports ministry, no. Say a team we need gold every player gets gold. That means every player deserves $3,000. That's how it's supposed to be. Because you cannot take $3,000 and give to the team and say that collective thing and that team win, you know, it represents one gold no money and $3,000 in coach. It does not work like that. But before the contest or tournament, the Ghana footballers, the sports ministry told each athlete and each player say when you win gold, so arm wrestling, that's how we win. You win gold, automatically you qualify to get $3,000. Now these girls played all the way to the end and won gold. Nobody has received $3,000. And the funny thing is, after they asked about their money, the sports minister told them, say, oh, they are now looking at it again. They are looking at giving all of them as a team $3,000, or they are looking at individual players, but they cannot pay $3,000 to each player. The sports minister, Akacha Ghana, for say, we're spending $245 million. Only operations in Kwa was spending $45 million on operations, which I don't understand. I don't understand the word operations when you are organizing African games. So the girls are owed $6,000 before their qualification. They have not received a dime. Now they have qualified. They have played the All African Games and won gold. Each player is supposed to take $3,000. To date, none of them has been given $3,000. Now they are telling them, say, oh, the Omokase player be having $3,000. No, they are going to look at it again. Till date, nobody has given the team or any player in the Black Princess squad $1. But do you know one funny thing? You see this lady? She is part of the Black Star ESCO member, like Ghana Football Association. ESCO member or your bar give to your worry. Or your bar to say girls we are unless they be on Utia Bearman Onka. She is a woman like these people. She is the same woman who goes around to say our a football team, Berry Ladies. She knows about this. This woman went to sit on Joy News, catch a Ghana for say Black Stars no your priority. It is our girls where Juma we and Nkwasi Juma. This man. Your bar ne nyonko ma akobobo akodiga ne nimunyam akodi. She is leading a GFA not to pay the sports ministry, not to pay these girls. Ebesine, this lady has led the pack to make sure the girls have not been paid. Ebesine, none of these girls have been given $1. These are young girls at this point in their life. They really need our help. And it's not like I will say they have worked and they need to be paid. They have worked and they need to be paid. But these people at the FA, they collaborate with the sports ministry. The girls' money they deserve, they are not even giving them $6,000 each. Cry and farm and Masabeji All African Games, and also each player was supposed to be given $3,000. And suddenly my team so money till date. Ebesinde Moko Fred and Kuya Boa. Na Mumusa dan Kuya Boa say, or na odi the All African Games or APRO. Girls now have they been paid? It should show. Do you know what they have done? They have made it in. They have set it up in a way whereby if you're a young girl now with Tibo now Kasape, they will victimize you and take you out, and your career will be done. Because girl we want to handle Ghana football, ladies football. So somebody will be soon. After asking you out of the national team, no club will cry when you been bought. The young girls are scared. Ebimu maami ewu, ebimu yesika keke akoto pad. Some people, they have to go home and take care of their family, parents. Some have given birth. As we sit here, enquire way any a dime on them and these people. Now, only they are subject, yeah, power, some women, I'm sure they're dangerous. And why the sports minister needs to be jailed. And the Sekufuado Aban woman in Nyansa, they are supposed to you see, sometimes we try to hold ourselves, not to use some words. But the danger in Ghana, the disrespect, Mama Charles Mincho. You see these guys. These are the guys athletes are qualified to the Olympics in the name of Sir Omoko Tumirikama Ghana. These guys recently went to Bahamas. Now you see these boys like that. They are not rich guys, oh. They are young Ghanaians. Most of them are in school. They are not making any money in America. They are not in any fraudulent deal to make side money crazy. They are young men, like any other young man in America or a Ghanaian, or make it time to train, to try and see if they can make sure the flag of their country will be seen around the world. That's all. These men have qualified for the Olympics. They all live here in America. We are students, and you need to understand, when you live in America as a student, America, you don't make anything. Basically, whatever you make is what you live on. But these men or these young guys, they spend majority of their time training without the government of Ghana adding any or sponsoring or supporting them in any way when it comes to their training. When they decide to take off from work or school and decide to train, when they lose money, nobody in Ghana sends them money, stipends or anything. So these people are doing this just to help Ghana. This is purely sacrificial. Now, these men, they have qualified for the athletics. Now, the most interesting thing they say, these people, when they were flying from America to Bahamas, I've been to Bahamas a couple of times. It is not more than 2-hour flight from DC. From the US to Bahamas is the most easiest flight. Could you believe these guys flew from America to Bahamas, wherever they are? And I believe they are mostly, maybe, I've read a little bit about them. About 2 are in Texas, and the rest are on this side, the East Coast. Could you believe, say, these people, the only support they got from Ghana Ministry of Sports and the Athletics Federation was only a third-class economy ticket. Even their luggage as athletes, traveling with their cleats, traveling with their bags, traveling with a lot of things to warm up or train before they even enter the main event. You know? The government of Ghana, through the sports ministry and whatever ministry that is in charge, they could not even pay for their luggage, their baggage. They bought them the cheapest flight. Economy, the cheapest economy. These guys were squatting in the plane till they go to Bahamas. They were squatting like athletes who were going to represent their country. They were going to compete with countries like the US, Australia, Japan, China. You saw all these countries. These people were given the cheapest flight tickets. Now, I've not gotten to the part that hurts. You saw the commitment from these young men when they were on the tracks. And remember, every discipline comes with its own problems. You can die through the discipline. You can die through running. You can slip. You can make a mistake. Your career will be over. So the risk these people are taking, a life-threatening risk to leave everything and say, I'm going to run for Ghana. Abra, at the end of the day, Yema Obiampo Capre. Remember, you see all African games no mobile, you know. $245 million. These people were not paid. Nothing. Now in Bahamas, Obuko Tina Bahamas from Thursday to Sunday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. Could you believe that every day these people were given $100? Could you believe that every day these athletes went to Bahamas, their accommodation, their feeding, their whatever, everything included, they were given $100. 100 a day. If they want to get a drink, if they whatever, the government through the Ministry of Sport gave them $100 a day. $100. Now I've not told you the part that hurts. They spent 4 days there, which means every athlete is entitled to $400. Can you believe that to date they have not been paid the $400? Can you believe that for the 4 days they went to spend in Bahamas, $100 a day chop money for their upkeep and everything, even $100 a day for 4 days, the $400 each, none of them have received a cedi, a dime, a peswa as we speak. But are we mad? Are we mad as a nation? How did we get here? Are we crazy as a people? Are we just foolish? These people have taken us to Olympics. Do you know what hurts? Let me minimize this and show you something. You see these guys, Olympics. You see these young girls. Let me minimize this too. You see these people. Do you know what hurts? So in Olympics, do you know when the sports minister travels with any national team, the Black Stars, the Black Princess, the athletes, which at the end of the day, Olympics with sports minister Bekono, every day his per diem is $1,500. Do you know that? So sports minister, any team dear to coin out of Ghana, with the Black Stars, with the Alessi team, with the Princess, every day the sports minister takes per diem of $1,500. So when he spends 2 weeks at Olympics, calculates, and that is just his per diem. Why do you think, say, when it comes to the Black Stars, so Black Stars for payment in the bar, they are able to do it quickly? You see why the athletes, they don't care, and the maidens and the princess cry. The reason why when it comes to the athletes, they don't care, and they say it becomes more of an individual. If they don't see, they don't see them say, why should we spend money on it? Because the money you are getting is direct. But then when it comes to the Black Stars, when the Black Stars money, the reason why they pay it quickly, and they say, when they pay the Black Stars money, they are paying themselves because it comes to the ministry. And that the ministry, when they are paying the Black Star players per diem, they are taking the S. When they are paying them by goals, they are taking the S. When they are paying them, so that is why every time once a Black Star can within a day or 2 or 3, they are able to sign it because the minister is signing his money. He is not signing because of the Black Stars. He is signing because of the money he will get. Because when it comes to the GFA, at the end of the day, through the ministry, are disbursing the money to them. So you could see clearly, under this government, they have run everything down. This sports minister in any serious country should not be given any opportunity to be sitting in the office as a sports minister. $245 million. Jesus Christ. Do you know the amount of money we are talking about? $45 million for operations. And athletes qualify Ghana to the World Cup, to the Olympics, $400 each. They have not paid them. Now, what they have said, they say, yet the ministry, they have told the Athletic Federation to do what? To pay, and that they will reimburse them. How does this work? The Athletic Federation, what money do they have? There's no money sitting there. When you organize the All African Games, let me tell you one thing. Majority of the disciplines are across All African Games, so they have not been paid. I can tell you. Majority of the disciplines now, All African Games, they have not been paid. The athletes have not been paid. So we are asking them, where did the $245 million go? And this one, it hurts me because I think the Black Star players, they are selfish. Because they are not Ghana for especially these young girls. Every single day, Omo World Cup 7 times, Omo winning All African Games. It hurts that you don't see the Black Stars captain to say, yo, for once, speaking for these girls that I am the Black Stars captain. Why these young girls? Why haven't they been paid? I have not seen ex-Black Star players as Samuel Janmo. They don't care. Kudus Mohammed, Partey, all these influential big players who play in the Black Stars. I'm yet to hear one person say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. Do you think there's a Black Star player in Yababontin ever signing a whole document and say, we need these ladies to be paid? A lot of attention should go to our ladies team too. They are also playing like us. They are also committing like us. Do you think there wouldn't be pressure for these people to be paid? But because our men's national team, the Black Stars of one man, is selfish. From whoever to whoever. When was the last time you heard Asamoah speak on women's football, how they are not treated well, why they should be paid well? When was the last time you heard you speak on that? When was the last time you heard Jordan? When was the last time you heard Partey? When was the last time you heard Kudus? When was the last time you heard any of these influential players sit down to talk about the ladies, how they should be paid well? They don't care. And that is where the selfishness comes from. And that is how the politicians take advantage of these young girls and then misuse them, destroy their lives. Somebody is saying, it could be that they do not know what I'm talking about. They know. I'm telling you. You want to tell me, today, Black Star players, ex-Black Star players like Stephen Tornado appear. Miankasa, Tornado, I revere him a lot. I respect him, the way he has conducted himself. You said Tornado has walked to Abedi Pele, Tornado, they have been able to call Tony Eboa. My own family member, Augustina Hemfo, Lai Kingston. They have been able to call these players to say, guys, let us sit and put a document together and tell the ministry that these girls have to be paid. It is important and it's an emergency. Do you think we will not get a reaction? But it is looking like the men only think about the men. The men don't care about the women. And we are destroying lives of such teenagers. These are young girls. Do you know how easy it is to break a young lady in Ghana? A young lady who wants to be better at a particular sport. Do you know how easy it is to break that lady? See what the men go through or the young men go through before they become successful in any discipline. And from our world, where we come from, the kind of stigmatization and even we not be matured in female and sports. Do you know how easy it is for a young girl who is talented to say, I am done? So what is stopping us from sustaining and keeping these people? You, these Black Star players, I cannot do this. You are the ones who are supposed to speak. You are supposed to have a campaign. You are supposed to push for these girls and these athletes to be looked at. The sports minister is a thief. The sports minister is a criminal. I am telling you on authority. Majority of the journalists have been paid not to speak on this. Majority of sports journalists in Ghana, they know what I'm talking about. They know that after the African Games, none of these players and these disciplines, those who represented, have not been paid. They know. Most of the journalists in Ghana know the sports minister, they know. This is a typical example. I fly from the United States as a professional athlete in a third-class economy. I pay for my luggage. I go to Bahamas and you give me $100 a day and still I don't receive the $100. Just $400 you did not give me. You want me to sacrifice and run for Ghana? As I sit here, I can decide to open up a donation platform for us to organize $2,000 each for these athletes. We can get it for these 4 athletes who have qualified for Olympics. We can do it. Is it not ashamed? Is it not an embarrassment to the government? Is it not an embarrassment to the government of the day? That I will sit here and tell Ghanaians all over the world that we need to make sure we raise $10,000 for these 4 athletes. Each athlete should get $2,500 for their preparation. Don't you think it's an embarrassment that I sit here and I'm even able to raise $2,000 for these athletes? Is it not an embarrassment to the government? Is it not a vote of no confidence? Is it not to show, say, this government is led by foolish people? And it hurts because people like us, we sit here and this pains us. It worries us. And if we decide to put a campaign together and try to put these athletes all together and say, we are going to give you this money. And yet, time now we are going to new baby because Kevin, I will donate. I want to help these athletes go to Paris. Is it not shameful? Do you have a sports minister? And if we sit here and we do that, how do we, at the end of the day, how would we come back and say we trust Ghana, we believe in Ghana? And a young man watching me tonight, how is that young man going to trust that when I put my life on the line for this country is going to pay me back? $100 a day. You could not pay them. They spent 4 days, $400 each. You could not pay them. But you have been able to spend $245 million. We are going to do something. With a black princess, I am personally going to send a message to Tornado. I am personally going to find a way to send a message to Dede Ayo. I am going to personally find a way to send an email to Jonathan Ayo. Send an email to Asamoah. Send an email to Tony Yabua. I'm going to send an email to my own relative, Augustina Hemfo, that within the next week, at least, they need to come out with the statement that these girls who won the All African Games are supposed to be paid, and we need to see it.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal le Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.